I feel so lucky to be joined by so many University of Michigan students at this event today. Our next speaker is Rowan Conybeare, who is a senior in the Ford School of Public Policy focusing on voting rights. After taking a semester off in 2016 to organize the University of Michigan's campus for Hillary Clinton, she was elected the chair of U of M's College Democrats chapter.
Thank you so much. So during the fall of 2016, I took the semester off to work as an organizer for Hillary Clinton. I will never forget working to elect the first woman to win a major party nomination. But I will also be forever grateful for everyone who took time out of their lives to volunteer. Volunteers who registered 1,700 voters on the day of the voter registration deadline. Volunteers who knocked the campus universe 3 times on election day alone. Volunteers who increased voter turnout by 10% on campus. The volunteers that I worked with in 2016 are the same people who have been fighting for progressive values over this past year. And this year, they were joined by thousands and thousands of new individuals striving for more change. Together, we saved the Affordable Care Act. We went to airports to protest Trump's first Muslim ban. We knocked doors and made calls for progressive candidates in elections that usually don't get any attention or generate any excitement. We fought for and made change in just this year. But also this past year, so many people have started to take action, often for the first time. We have seen it around the country and also on campus. College Democrats have filled rooms at every meeting and recruited people to make phone calls and knock doors. Rallies, sit-ins, and protests are common on this campus, and while students of color have always had to fight for their voice to be heard, they are being joined by more and more allies than ever in standing up for what really matters. Women have led the resistance and will continue to do so. Within the past year, more than 22,000 women have reached out to Emily's List with an interest in running for office or getting involved in politics. In recent months alone, women have been incredibly triumphant. They were elected as mayors, city councilwomen, and state representatives. Women of color won elections in North Carolina, Virginia, Iowa, and New Jersey. Virginia and Minnesota elected transgender women to their state governments. The newly elected governor of Virginia appointed the first majority female cabinet. Our officials are finally beginning to look like the people they represent. One of my greatest fears about the surge of activism following the election was that the energy and urgency of our cause would quickly fade. After the women's marches last year, I worried that everyone would just go back to their daily lives, no longer concerned with what was to come in Washington. But I was proven so wrong. 1 year later, I can confidently say that not only was my concern unfounded, but that the wave of activism we have seen in the last year has been beyond our wildest expectations. We have resisted. As we head into 2018, women must continue to advocate for those who are targeted and marginalized by this administration. Women must continue making phone calls, knocking doors, and running for office. I encourage every person here to do everything you can to continue this tide into 2018 and 2020. Every door you knock, phone call you make, voter you register, and person you drive to the polls makes a difference. Simply voting is not enough anymore, and we never want to feel the same regret that we did on November 9th, 2016. But we also know that a majority of Americans voted for progressive values in 2016, and that alone should give us hope. Thank you.